Today, I rant about bottled water. Hello, everyone, and welcome to For These Are My Thoughts. I'm Blake, and thank you so much for joining me. Please make sure that you like and subscribe the video if you enjoy the video, and check out For These Are My Thoughts on social media. So November 3rd is an important day in America. It's the 2020 presidential election. And today's episode is not about the election itself. It's not about telling you how to vote or anything like that. However, you definitely should go and vote if you haven't already. If you've already voted, that is awesome. But if you haven't, I encourage you to go and vote. In my state of Wisconsin, you can actually register to vote when you go to the poll to vote. And so voting is important for so many reasons, so please just go and do it. On our Instagram and Facebook pages, we run polls on the For These Are My Thoughts social media accounts, and I asked which episode the people on those that follow us on those accounts wanted to see. I asked if they wanted to see a water brand taste test or a Little Debbie versus Hostess taste test, and you voted for a water bottle brand taste test. Now, I didn't know that this was a popular thing, but it apparently is. This episode was suggested a few months ago and repeatedly has been suggested by a friend named Kyle Steenport. He's a subscriber and active member of the think tank, which you become a member of if you subscribe and follow us on social media. And so you can subscribe and let me know in the comments if you have an episode idea for These Are My Thoughts. And don't worry, if you are interested in the Little Debbie vs. Hostess episode, that is in the pipeline. We will be doing that as well. But today, we're going to be tasting water bottle brands. And when I say water bottle brands, I mean bottled water brands. So we'll be tasting those. The brands that we have today are Dasani. We have Aquafina. We have Life Water, which I recently found out is a thing, Life Water. We have Ice Mountain, which is a huge bottle, Ice Mountain. We also have Fiji here. We have Chippewa Spring Water. And we also have SmartWater. And so how this is going to work is I am going to taste these with my mouth. But I'm going to not do it blind. I'm not going to rank them like you've seen on some previous For These Are My Thoughts episodes. No, instead, I am going to taste them up against tap water. So this is my Nalgene water bottle. Nalgene is not a sponsor, but if they want to be, you definitely can be. Hit me up, if Nalgene, if you want to be a sponsor for These Are My Thoughts. I will taste any of your products because I love your water bottles. But in my Nalgene glow-in-the-dark water bottle right now is tap water. And so if one of the bottled waters that I taste is better than the tap water, it will go up here on the pedestal next to the Stone Cold Steve Austin's Broken Skull IPA. And if it doesn't, well, we're just going to toss it to the side. And that is how we will tell if it is better than tap water. Are these bottled water brands better than tap water? All right, so first up we have Dasani challenging my tap water. All right, so Dasani is bottled by, I want to say, Coke. It is the water bottle that you get when you go to like McDonald's or something like that. And so we're just gonna take the cap off. It says that it is purified water enhanced with minerals for a pure, fresh taste. So here we go. Okay, took a big drink, but it tastes like water. I'm not sure if this is going to be boring or not. I'll try to make this as fun as possible, but it really does just taste like water. I've had Dasani a whole bunch of times in my life, and I mean, it's maybe the closest tap water, I assume. Let me try here. Yeah, it tastes very similar to my tap water. And so I'm going to say that, Dasani, you ain't better than tap water. Next up, challenging tap water, we have Life Water. Now, water is spelled W-T-R. I did not know that this was a real thing until I saw it in the store. But it says here that we exist to advance the sources of creation and creativity, refresh your mind, and restore your body. It is purified water. Again, pH balanced, electrolytes for taste. So I assume that this is not going to taste like water. But it has a interesting little like top here. We're just going to screw it off because I don't really know how to work the top. But here we go. Life Water, bottoms up. Oh, what the heck? It's definitely water, but it definitely has a taste. And it's not good. Oh. It tastes kind of bitter almost. Yeah, so Life Water, you are definitely not better than tap water, but I'll drink the tap water because I didn't. Oh, yeah. So much better. This tastes funky. This tastes really funky. So Life Water, not better than tap water. Next up, we have Chippewa Valley Spring Water. Now, this is the water bottle of my childhood. It says Earth's Perfect Water. That is their catchphrase. I remember sucking down lots of bottles like this when I played youth soccer as a real little kid. It has an iconic top with the cap, and then you just kind of pop it up like that. I do not remember how this tastes because I was a child when I drank this. But yeah, this is as fresh as it gets. And Chippewa, I assume, is made in Wisconsin. Yes, nestled in the wooded hills of Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, and that's where I'm from. So bottoms up. Again, this is it tastes like water. It's very similar. But is it better than tap water? Is it better than tap water? Honestly, I mean, so far, this is the closest to tap water, which I kind of like. And that might be weird to you, but it's my tongue. It's my taste test. So I'm going to put this here on this side of the microphone because it is relatively close to tap water, so it's not bad, it's not good necessarily, it's water, but that's where it's going to go, and we'll see, maybe we'll come back to the old Chippewa Falls water. Next up, we have SmartWater. Now, I always thought that SmartWater was more than just regular water. It says that it's vapor distilled water and electrolytes for taste, so very much like Life Water. Thankfully, there are still no calories in this, but there is things like calcium chloride and magnesium chloride and potassium bicarbonate, which are electrolyte sources, which are added again for taste. And so we will screw the top off because that's what we're doing here apparently, except for the Chippewa Falls water. But it also has a Chippewa Falls-esque tap or top. What is wrong with me? It's interesting enough, it has serving size on here for water, and I wonder if it's the same on all of these, because I don't think that that's something you need to put on there, the serving size. I think that that's just something each individual human being can decide for him or herself. But this is not bad. I would say it's better than the Life Water. But I don't really think it's any better than tap water. Electrolytes, I guess, are good for you, but I don't know. It's not any better than tap water, so it goes on this side, and that's where it'll stay. Next up, we have Aquafina. which is pure water, perfect taste. And it came in a whopping liter bottle. And this is simply purified drinking water, which we will get to at the end. But Aquafina, pretty simple. This has a bit of a plasticky taste, I guess I would say, which is not what you want in water. You don't want it to feel like it's coming out of a water, like a bottle here. So it's purified by reverse osmosis, but it is not very good in my opinion. So it goes right down here next to the other bad, not great. It's just plain water with a little bit of a weird taste waters. Second to last, we have a brand that I had no idea existed, and that is Ice Mountain, another brand I didn't know existed, but it is 100% natural spring water. It is made better, and you can scan the QR code here for what is called a water journey. You can see where your water comes from, which is absolutely wonderful. But this is by the Nestle brand. It says here on the label here. So here we go. Ice Mountain. This is a massive bottle of water, but again, that's a little bit of a plasticky taste. And you may think, well, that's because it's in a bottle. But in my Nalgene here, I'm not getting any of that plasticky taste. Interesting. So yeah, Ice Mountain. I'm starting to get overrun by the water bottles here. Ice Mountain is not making the pedestal, and so we will move these down, and in will come Ice Mountain, which weirdly enough is not even an ice mountain. It's a water mountain, but I guess you can't market climate change. And last but certainly not least, we have Fiji Water, which I always assumed was just like your pretty boy, rich boy water. But I guess that would be Voss Water. Voss Water is almost $8 on Amazon for water. You're essentially just paying for the bottle. But this is natural artesian water, or is it artisan? But it's from the islands of Fiji, allegedly. It is Earth's finest water. In Fiji, tropical rain slowly filters through ancient volcanic rock before collecting in a sustainable aquifer deep within the earth. Along the way, the water gathers the vital minerals that give Fiji its signature soft, smooth taste, and the naturally occurring electrolytes that are significantly higher than other brands. Bottled at the source, natural pressure forces Fiji towards a sealed delivery system and directly into the bottle. It's the way nature intended water to be, untouched by man, until you flip open the cap. So we'll see if that's true or if that's just a bunch of crap. I can't open the bottle. Oh, you do a little... Oh, okay. We couldn't open the cap. But Fiji water. This is my first time drinking Fiji water, by the way. I've known about it, but again, I haven't drank it before because I don't know. I didn't really think that the bottle looked that cool or something. I guess, I don't know. But tastes pretty watery. Doesn't taste weird. Like some of these tasted a little weird. But it is definitely not better, again, than good old-fashioned tap water. It's very similar. I would have to say that Chippewa Falls, Chippewa Valley Spring Water, Fiji Water, and maybe even like SmartWater and Ice Mountain were similar to tap water, but they are not tap water. None of these beat tap water, and that is because bottled water sucks. That's right. all bottled water is trash. All right? Did you know that some bottled water brands are actually just tap water that is run through a filter? A filter. Did you know that you could buy a Brita water filter and do that exact same process with your tap water? Did you know that? Did you? Did you know that? Oh, what's that? You say some water bottle brands come from springs, like maybe the Chippewa Valley or Fiji or maybe even Life Water? Well, guess what? Big deal! Bottled water leads to pollution, which leads to fish and other animals dying, which leads to climate change, people. Hello? Climate change! It also leads to trace amounts of plastic being found in people and in fish, which we eat, which is bad for you. So if you drink bottled water, in the words of Filthy Frank, it's time to stop. Get a solid water bottle, like Nalgene, or a Hydro Flask, and save the world, and look cool doing it. This glows in the dark. Oh, nothing like tap water. Hey, well, thank you for joining me for today's water taste test. Hopefully, I was able to make this a little fun for you. Hopefully, that ending little rant was fun for you as well. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button and subscribe. New For These Are My Thoughts episodes come out every Sunday. Please make sure that you follow For These Are My Thoughts on Facebook and Instagram. You can also follow me on Twitter too. All of that is in the description below. Let me know in the comments section if I'm right or wrong about bottled water, and make sure that you go and vote if you have not already. And until next time, these are my thoughts. Bottled water sucks. Hey everyone, thanks for watching the video. Please give us a like if you enjoyed the video today. You can subscribe hitting the circle button, or you can click the box to watch more For These Are My Thoughts episodes. Thanks so much again. I'll see you soon.